Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Daniel. Let's see what we have here today. Various extended. I don't have borrows, but just a quick look at this. It might get tested on the $18. Let's see. The VISL has the breakout on the daily. Yeah, it's a rice. I don't have any borrows on this, but I think this looks like one of those stocks would be an all-day fader. Yeah. For this stock part is gonna go down in the next few days, if not today. I think, yeah, it's extended on the hourly, had a huge gap up, so it's testing the 50-minute now. And if it can't hold 14 as support. It'll probably fade back down. So it needs to hold $14 as support to go higher today. Good morning, Bavik. Very so very looks like IPO last year. It broke out of this resistance level on a daily, $12. Yeah, it doesn't have much resistance up here. Oh, you do have a pre-market high at $33. So I think it could go higher, but it looks pretty extended right now. Broke highs there. I think we'd probably see at least an $18 pullback before it goes higher. I think it's a little bit extended right now. So there's that wick candle. So yeah, so this was the higher day break and it's way too extended. So you're gonna have that wick. I think it's gonna pull back to at least to the 5-minute 90 EMA, which is at $19, and then maybe to $18 later. The hourly is slowly catching up as well. So I think probably 17, 18 is where it's probably gonna bounce, and then if it holds like a higher low and support, you might have a flag later, maybe towards lunchtime or after lunch. But yeah, this is a little too high right now, so see. Here's I don't have borrow for this as well. No locates, but also looks extended. We probably see, so VWAP is all the way up here as well, 380, 385. So it's gonna attempt to break it's probably gonna attempt to break this flag, but I don't think it's gonna go far. Yeah. Right now it's way too extended, so I don't have any locates, but a vertical cup and handle here would be a nice short towards at least the 5-minute 90 maybe. Mara is getting extended. What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, so there's the correction. Towards VWAP and the 5-minute. I think it's probably gonna pull back to $16, $17. I don't have any locates for that, so can't really watch it short. Ears also extended. Look like it's gonna have another push. But this is gonna be, I guess, a pretty nice short towards the 5-minute 90 MA. But I don't have any locates for this. Or they'll push more, a little more push higher. And probably short. It's gonna be like our 10-cent risk to for like a 50-cent, 40-cent profit. It's gonna be pretty nice. So Rice is gonna attempt to get over 14. So rejected pretty much 14 there off VWAP and that resistance. Yeah, this is probably gonna break the 15-minute chart later. If not now. If you pull up the 15-minute chart, you can see it's starting to form an inverted cup and handle here. I can go back to $12 if it breaks. So that's for Rice. Here's getting extended, probably going to pull back to 385. I don't have any locates for this. The Mara's getting extended, but in the past, this ticker is hard to short because it just follows like Bitcoin. NTST, a little bit of low volume, but it's extended. See how it does on this flag break. If it breaks the flag line and fails, create a lower high here. I'll probably look for a short. Create a price alert. If it goes below 2038, 2028. DOGZ actually broke there. Just debating if I should short this one, but I didn't see a lot of downside to it. Tomorrow still trending higher. BL and K. Yeah, pretty slow action today. Oh, so there's a flag break on this NTST. Looks like a pretty strong one. This one is a little bit extended on the 5-minute. I don't know. It looks like it could be a short, risking $14. Or this high here at $13.95. For like the 1388 break or 1386 break right here. Let's see how it reacts to this 1-minute flag. Yeah, very slow day today. I don't want to force anything, but so no trade on this one. Right, so if this fails, I don't know. It'll just be like a trendline break, but the 5 minutes is stacked down here at 1374. So it's not like the best trade. I think if it sets up a lower high somewhere around here, maybe in 2 minutes, like something like this, and breaks with a lower high and this trendline break and the support break, we can see this get retested at 1375 area. But yeah, this something like that. So NTS. So I broke the line there prematurely. Yeah, it's a little extended, so more short bias here, but it's a little too early there. Very, yeah. I don't have any borrows to this, that's why I wasn't focused on this. But yeah, this was the 5-minute break here. 1870. You can see inverted cup and handle right there off this 1870 break. So you could probably take that for risk F19. Yeah, it's really spready, or a pretty wide range. It's almost like a buck here. You're risking a buck, and it's gone down like almost $2. So I mean, not bad. You just have to go smaller size. You pull up the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart, you can see that it had an inverted cup and handle here off this 1870 break. A good trigger point there. It went. I just didn't have any borrows, so I wasn't focused on this. I think Rice is gonna do the same thing. It'll probably break. It's extended. I don't have any borrows as well, but if you do have borrows, the next like 13-15 break. So you can see it's also getting this inverted cup and handle forming on the 15-minute chart. On Rice. So if we try to attempt to so if we draw a flag line, if it attempts to flag, all right. So here's the flag line. If it attempts, this is the flag attempt, and it looks like it's not gonna break. So probably something like this, and break 13-15. I think that's probably a trigger point, and it'll probably go back down to like $12 or so. On Rice, I don't have any locates, so if you do have locates, that's probably a spot there. If this flag fell, create a lower high somewhere around here, break 13-15, and it's probably good to go. Oh, BIOL spiking. Looks like it's extended on the 1-minute chart now. 89 cents. So I might take a shot at this at 89 cents if it breaks. So 89 cents risking 91. Target is 84, so it's not a bad risk reward. Okay, I tried taking some there, but didn't get filled. Let's see what happens. So this was also an inverted cup and handle here forming, extending on the 1-minute chart on BIOL. It's probably gonna retest 87s or 83s at least before going higher. But it broke a little bit there. I tried going in a few, but here's a chance to get in as well. Let's see how it reacts. So I'm gonna try this. It broke a little bit there already, so I'm taking my stop at 91 cents. I'm in 2,500 shares. So I added another 2,500 shares there. I'm at 89.22 average. I'm gonna risk about 100 bucks here. Stop at 91 cents. BIOL. So if it starts to kind of push through this 91, I'll probably start downsizing. So the attempted a little spike there at 90.50. So if it breaks 88.6, I'll probably add a little more. Alright, so I'm gonna have to stop out here, or not, at least downsize. Maybe it breaks 91 cents. Alright, so let's see. So I'm gonna try to take off a little bit there. Alright, so I took it all off there. $111 loss. It's worth a shot. It was a bit extended on the 1 minute. Expecting a retest on the VWAP or 5-minute chart. It looks like it flagged there on the 1 minute. I still think it's probably gonna have a shot to go back down, but it's gonna take that early loss first and see what happens later. So this was probably the signal that it'll probably recover. Because I've been seeing this a lot. I think I mentioned on a few of my recaps that when it breaks with a wick, usually it goes higher. Right, so I'm probably gonna try to reshort this. See how it reacts. Still think it's extended. Oh yeah, Rice attempting to go with that $14 level. So 90 cents break. So it creates a let's see how it reacts towards this flag break. If it breaks a little bit over and fails, I'm probably gonna take a 90 cents break too short. It is starting to form a lower high, so let's see if it forms a lower high here or if it's gonna try to push through it. But I'm not quite done with this. I still think it needs to retest like 85 cents before going higher. VWAP is at 87 as well. Yeah, so it's probably gonna try to attempt this flag break. But yeah, I'm not longing it because it's extended, so I'm just gonna wait until how it reacts towards this flag break. If it gets rejected here, then I think it's gonna probably get back down to 87s. Yeah, the 5-minute is slowly catching up too. So this is the next 5-minute candle, and it's kind of printed like 2 cents higher on the 5-minute chart. So it might not be worth the risk to short now. But yeah, I'll keep this on watch later. Hey Nicholas. Amazon, I usually don't try and touch like larger cap stock, but yeah, Amazon looks like it's on the daily is extended. Wakes in on the daily, it's probably gonna pull back to 3,200. Today looks pretty weak. I think a break of 3,300 today will probably go lower. Hitting some daily resistance as well. Off this like 3350 area. But yeah, I don't really trade large caps, but definitely extending on the daily time frame. On the 90 EMA, I feel like it's gonna have a correction soon to 3,200s. So let's see how Biol is doing. So Biol had a fail flag here, as kind of expected. It's a little bit too extended. So that was the fail flag. Let's see if we get a small bounce, and then we can short this 90 cent break. So hopefully it can give us a bounce. All right, so here's the attempted bounce. So I'm gonna take this 90 cents break, risking like 91 cents. All right, so I started some there, 90.93. I don't know if this bounce is complete, but it needs to break 90. Yeah, so it might still try to bounce, but yeah, because that wasn't like a complete bounce. I need 2 more candles, 2 more minutes. But yeah, if this bounce form a lower high, like the lower high here, it's going to be an inverted cup and handle. And if it does break 90 right now, I'll probably add a little more. But I'm in, yeah, just a little bit early there. I'm just gonna hang on here, see if this forms a lower high. So this high was 93. All right. So this one's 91.50 now. Is this lower high? So let's see if this is a lower high, and then we can risk 1.5 cents here for the 90 break. But if it just kind of breaks, continue trend higher, I'm gonna take the stop at 93 cents here. All right, so it looks like it's starting to form a lower high. So I added a few more there. I'm gonna take my rest of my stop, 91.50s. So I'm at 5,000 shares. I'm adding a little more. So I'm gonna risk a bit here, but 91.50 is gonna be my stop now on these shares. But I'm looking for this 90 break. So the 90 has to break here. All right, so there's a 90 break. Target is 87. I'm holding 7,500 shares. I'm gonna try to hang on a little longer here for 87. It's just below 80. So I'm gonna have some orders out at 87.96. Hey, I could draw it after that to finish this trade. Alright, so a little small bounce there. Maybe off VWAP or maybe retesting a 90-cent level. But let's see if this holds that support. I mean resistance. So you have support here. It's gonna retest as a resistance and see if it continues lower. So I didn't take off anything yet. Trying to get this 87 target just below 88. Yeah, but if it recovers here at 90 cents, I probably have to take some off. Or I might have just, yeah. I should have just probably took some there and just re-add on this 90 cents. But this is the 5-minute test. Okay, so this doesn't look too good. If it holds under 90 cents, it needs to kind of hold under 90 cents here. All right, so it's below 90 cents. The 5-minute 90 EMA is caught up now after it consolidated for some time. So I might have to downsize unless it just breaks 90 cents. I mean, it breaks like 88 and the 5-minute chart. All right, so 90 cents so far is resistance here. So if it starts to form like a higher low, I'm probably gonna take it off. That would be like the 5-minute bounce. But if it continues down, go lower, I think we can trail this back down to like the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute is extended. So bigger picture is extended, so hopefully it's just gonna push back down. If not, I'll probably have to downsize here. But I want my like 87 target. So it looks like it's holding on so far. I might have to take some off here. See how it reacts. Alright, so yeah, that's not good. So I'm definitely stopping the rest of my shares at 91 break here. Yeah, I think I hang on to too many shares. when it washed here. I should have took some off. 5 minute was nearby. So definitely 91 is going to be my stop. These highs here, I'm stopping out. So far it's below 90. $89.2. Alright, so it needs to break 89 at this spot. If it doesn't break 89 here, I think it's gonna break 91s. It's gonna stop me out. So it needs to break 89.2s right here. So let's see how it reacts. I probably have to downsize if it starts curling. But the longer it consolidates, I think the 5 minute week will slowly catch up, and then it might break the 5 minute chart. Alright, so here's a 10 for 90s again. So I probably have to take it off. Let's see how it reacts. If it breaks 91s. Yeah, I think it's gonna probably break 91s and stop me out. Okay, so didn't exactly break there. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna break out. So it took off my 2,500 shares. Yeah, so I'm just down 2,500 shares. And I already took off like 5,000 shares on that stop there. Just broken 91s. Okay, and I took out the rest there, the 92s. So I took $100 loss over here. I had a moment where I was unrealized, like up 50 overall here, and it was the VWAP, so I should have been a little bit more cautious. This was like around VWAP area, so the bounce there, and I kind of hang on to see if it breaks, hold the 90 cents as a resistance to go back lower, but looks like it attempted to break this flag line, so I took it off. But we might actually see a 5 minute inverted cupping handle later. But yeah, it was worth a shot. So down a total of 157 on PIL. Looks like it's going higher for this flag break after it tested the 5 minute chart. But I'll probably watch it again if it goes below 90 cents again. $0.91. Gonna draw GNPX. So there's a higher day break, so good stop out there. GNPX. GNPX is it looks a little extended. It does have VWAP support around 440, 445. 430 is where the 15-minute chart is. Yeah, so Rice held that 14 level, definitely squeezing shorts. I think a lot of shorts was expecting this would be an all-day fader. A lot of charts has been doing that, so I wouldn't be surprised a lot of the shorts are trained to just short and hold, and then now they're getting trapped. Yeah, but I don't have locates for this and no long setup. This was holding the 15-minute chart, so it didn't exactly break. So the trigger for this 15-minute chart break would have been right here, like if this flag fell off this trend line that I drew earlier. If it failed here, go like this, then it's going to be that 15-minute break. But it ended up holding up, and shorts got pretty much squeezed there. Great. So far, just one trade this morning, and that was on Biol. So, gotta watch out. But yeah, Rice squeezing shorts to higher days. So. Yeah, I think after shorts get squeezed here, there'll probably be a short opportunity later. But I don't have borrows, so that's why I'm not watching it closely. But if you do have borrows, looks like this hive day break is too premature. Pretty much went from almost low of day to high of days, so that's just shorts getting squeezed. So I think that's gonna be a retest, or already coming handle break, retest on the 5-minute chart at 1450 before it goes higher. It's way too extended. Let's see what else we have here. So BIOL held a 5-minute trend flag there. I took a short there twice. Once here for a loss and once here for a small loss. I had an opportunity to take a break even right here, or a small win. Bounce off it, but we'll see how this reacts. AVCT. No problem. STPK. Star peak energy. This looks extended too. Let's see. It just broke high of days from a pretty extended chart. The STPK, I'm gonna try and watch for a short here. If it puts a lower high. I think this higher day break is a little extended. So let's see what we get. So 2852 is the cup line here. This high is 2869 so far. Let's see what kind of lower high it puts here. There's an 18-cent lower high. Alright, so maybe it's a little too high now. 20 cents. 22 cents. I'm probably gonna still try it if it puts a lower high here. Okay, so it looks like it's still grinding. Yeah, so no short there. No lower high. So I'm gonna go back to Biol. I don't know. I have a rule not to fight the stock more than twice or take a 2 loss. But I still think this is extended. It's 4 cents target. 96.23 break. Does this have news? So it's going to be 1.5 cent risk if it breaks here. Okay. So 96.23 is the break. I'm gonna try to get in here. It might be a little bit too early, but I'm gonna stop at 98. It's gonna be my third try on this stock. If I take a loss here, I'm probably not gonna trade this for the whole day. I'm at 5,000 shares. So should see a 92. I wanted to have like 7,500 shares, but I only got 5,000 shares. Target is 93 cents. I'm filling another 2,500 shares at the 96 here. Okay, so I'm at 7,500 shares now, 96.18 average. But so the last time we kind of did this, it just kind of consolidated. So maybe I might be making a mistake again. When it broke the 1 minute. So let's see what it does. So far, it's trying to hang on to 96 here. But I want to test at 93. If this formula a lower high here, I'm gonna put my stop there. Yeah, but it feels like there's some strength behind it, but still think it's extended. So 96.4 was this high. So this swing low is 95.35. Alright, so 96.50 is support now, or resistance. So this is going to be my new stop here. My target is 93, so it broke down there. It's a good start. I have to start scaling out. I don't want to make the mistake like before, where I didn't take any and it bounced. So I'm going to start scaling out. Let's see, 1,500 shares there. So 92.60 is where the So the 5-minute EMA is also slowly catching up, so I have to be aware of that. A little bit careful there. Right. So I have orders out. So it filled there. I'm at 4,500 shares. This is 92.80s. All right, so 3,000 shares left. I have a few orders just below 93. Let's see if those gets filled. If not, I'm probably gonna take this if it bounces 95 cents, and I could look to reshort off this 95. Because it's still extended on the 15-minute chart. Still short bias overall today on this 88 cents. It's where the 15-minute trend is at. It might bounce off here on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, so here's the attempt. Yeah, so that's a pretty big bounce, but I think it's probably gonna get rejected. We bounce that quick. So that's the 5-minute test. It's pretty much hit the 5-minute target there. That's why you see that bounce. I'm gonna hang on and see if this 95.40. Okay, so that's a pretty strong move. Pretty strong bounce. So whatever this high is gonna form, it's gonna be where my stop is. My last stop. So I might add my shorts back on here if it fails to hold. But if it breaks 96 here, I'm probably gonna take it off. Yeah, so it looks like it's probably gonna try to break it. And it looks way too extended on the 15-minute chart, but this might be the next 5-minute bounce for the next leg. Alright, so it fell there. So one of two things can happen. Either it creates a higher low here, or it attempts this, where I'll probably look to reshort it. If it does that, that'll be the 5-minute break, probably somewhere here. But if it creates a higher low and breaks this 96, it's gonna take me out on the rest of my shares. So I'm gonna stop the rest at 96. The last 3,000 shares. It's 94.60. Yeah. So that was the 5-minute target. So it's gonna take some time to set up the 5-minute reversal. If you look at the 5-minute chart, it's extended. You might have maybe 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes of consolidation before it breaks this. And then we can probably see it go back down to the 15-minute chart, which is, you can see it's extended here. 15-minute EMA is at 88. It's up here. I think you might see this pull back. I think the next 5-minute EMA print will probably be at 90s. So the longer it consolidates, it's going to be more bullish. All right, so here's the attempt of the higher low. If this breaks 96, I'm gonna stop out. Ideally, what I think is gonna happen is it's gonna stop people out here and kind of lower high on this area and break the 5-minute trend. And it's gonna go back to 88 cents. So I don't know if I have, that patience to hold that through, but I think it's gonna. So this was an attempted flag here. Might have looked like a failed flag so far. So I might add. I think it's gonna break the 5-minute trend pretty soon. I think the 94.25. So this is the attempted flag. Doesn't look like it went anywhere, so there's no more buyers left. So I could probably re-add my shorts for this 94.25 break, risking the rest on 96. So 94.25 line break, and hopefully it just pushed through that 5-minute trend and go back down to 88 cents. But 96 is my stop. So I added a few there. I'm back at 8,000 shares. All right. So I might attempt this lower high here. It broke a little bit there, so I don't know. Might be able to fake out here. But if this sets a lower high here, I think it's gonna break the 5-minute trend. But if it starts curling up, I'm probably have to downsize. So right now, the bigger picture that I'm looking at is the 5-minute break. You can see the 5-minute break starting to form an inverted cup and handle. So depending on how it reacts here, if it's going to break this or if it's going to create like a higher low, then I have to stop out. But I'm short biased because the 15-minute chart is extended. I think there's a room to the downside, but it can still, you know, squeeze higher before any of that happens. So there's the push. So I might have to downsize here. It's going to be the attempt. This is going to be the flag attempt. If this flag fails, I think it's going to go lower. But let's see how it does here. If it hangs on to this flag break, then I have to stop out. 96 cents is my final stop. Alright, so far that flag fell. So that was the flag attempt. It's a little extended, so there might not be a lot of buyers. So breaking this 94 would be, I think it'll probably break the 5-minute trend. But yeah, it could still bounce off this 5-minute chart, 5-minute 90 EMA. But I think it'll probably break through it. Yeah, so that was the flag attempt. It failed. So I think the people that bought there is going to stop out. So if I want to minimize my risk, I probably move my risk down to like 95.50s. Pretty much just prior high. But if I want to give myself room, it'll be a 96. 96. So that was the fail flag, so we're going to redraw this flag line and see what happens. So 94 cents break. I think this is going back to 80, at least 90s. Alright, it's a nice little dip there. Alright, so nice break. So that was my expectations. So let's see if we can get the 91s. So I started to scale out here. It filled one of my shares. So it needs to hold. It's getting a little spready from this break. So I had an order out at 92.75 earlier, and it filled that. Still holding like 6,500 shares. Still think there's going to be a 91 level here, and then an 89. So filled 1,500 more shares there. So I think we should see a 90. So filled 1,500 more shares. So I'm gonna have the rest at, have some at 91.50s, 90.75. So it should be a risk-free trade now. I could put my stop at 94. Break even on the rest. Pretty much I could move my stop at this high, 94s, or 95 area. So we should see like a 91. So you can see I have my orders out here. So I'm stopping the rest at 94s. 95 cents. So it should be a green trade now. We might see a little bounce here. I think it's gonna at least go to 91 on the VWAP. If not, it should fade back down to 89 cents. I'm gonna look at some other stocks while this is trading. Might see a little bounce here towards 94 area. That's where the last support was. So if this becomes resistance, could potentially add more there for the fade lower, but we'll see. So Very is scrolling, holding the 15-minute chart. I think Very is gonna squeeze out some shorts pretty soon. So this creates a lower high here. I'm gonna move my stop to this area. Alright, so if this creates a lower high, I'm probably gonna re-add some shorts and risking off 94 cents. So you can add more here and then just risk off this 94 cents level for the rest of it. But it looks like it might try to curl and have a little flag break here. Let's see what happens. So this is gonna be the attempted flag. Alright, so far looks like it might be holding a lower high. So this is the attempted flag break. If this fails, I'm probably gonna re-add my shorts, because it has retested the support here as resistance. I'll probably add if it fails here. Stop the rest on 94 cents with a final target at 89 cents. So let's see how it reacts here. The other thing I can do is I might need to take a stop here at 94 cents if it does break. But I want to give myself room. Alright, so far it looks like it got rejected. So another fail flag. Or not yet. It's still deciding here what to do. If it wants to break 94, which will probably stop me out. But if it doesn't break 94 here and breaks down to like 93s, I'm probably gonna add more shorts. So I'm gonna add a little bit here. I got filled 820 shares. So I'm stopping the rest at 94. So any ads here, I'm just gonna risk off the 94 cents level. So I was only able to add 840 there. So yeah, it's kind of important to look at the level 2. You can see the weakness, then you can just take it short. Alright, so my stop is 84 on the rest now. So this was also a fail flag. Flag broke with no follow through. So it's going to be more sellers. So I'm looking for a target at 91 cents and then 90 cents on this. This is where the 15-minute is. Alright, so it's attempting to hold a higher low here. So I have to stop on the SF94 breaks here. Hopefully it doesn't. There's a lot of buy prints coming through. Yeah, this little push is just a little too big for my liking. Right. Yeah, so here's the 94. It's probably gonna try a 94 push. If it stops me out, it should be a green trade, nonetheless. So but I still think this is probably gonna go back down to 89 cents at least, or 90 cents. Right now it looks like it's bouncing off probably this prior breakout level in the morning. Alright, so there's the rejection on 94 again. Let's see how the 5-minute chart looks like. Alright. So I'm stopping out there. So I stop out the rest there, 94. I got a pretty bad feel, but I stopped out at 94 there on that 94 break. So just up $73 from that. So I was down. I took a loss here. Took $100 loss here, and then I took a $50 loss here. I was down 150. And then I took this trade here, which pretty much got back that 150 plus $73 extra. So it was a green trade, and you can see it try to break the 94 there, and it's going higher. So good stop there. It hasn't tested the 15-minute trend, so it was just bouncing off support off this resistance right here, become as prior support, or prior resistance becomes support. I still think it needs to retest at least 90 cents before going higher, but it looks like it's gonna try to squeeze some shorts a little bit before going lower. But yeah, nonetheless, I kept it green. Good comeback there. Then we're gonna take a little scan through the stock. It's getting late part in the morning here. See what else is moving. Archon. I'll probably keep an eye on that. There's an attempted flag here on IZEA. Looked like it failed. 496 extended on the 5-minute charts at 491. Yeah, this one looks like it's gonna retest 491s. But it might be a little too late. Unless it gives a lower high here. A lower high here and then a break of this super extended. Looks like it might just break and retest 15-minute chart. But if it's a lower high here, I might try to take a stab at this 496 break. So it's trying to give a lower high. So 5 minutes is slowly catching up, so probably not the best. But it hasn't like used the 5-minute as support, so it might just crack that 5-minute, go back to the 15-minute chart. I think we can consolidate a little longer here. I'll probably take the 496 break. This is 499 high here. $4.99 is going to be a 3-cent risk. I might try to take a stab at this 496 break on IZEA. So I tried it there, and then yeah, it immediately went back up. So let's see what it does. If it breaks 5, I'm probably gonna take it off. $5. Now I'm gonna take a stop if 501 breaks. Looks like it's gonna try. Yeah, so I took a stop there, $53 loss. And IZEA. It looked like it was gonna break here momentarily. Didn't break exactly, so I went a little too early and it stopped out. $53 loss. So I'm probably gonna call it a morning session today. Let's just trade 2 stocks, Biol. Took 2 losses in the early short there, and then made it back in with a $73 profit there. And then IZEA that I just took for a stop of $53, up a total of $20 today. So yeah, if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit the subscribe and like button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Bye.